Okay, hi, this is the instruction for the game of Dungeon. Dungeon is a game for 2 to 3 players, and the objective is for the kids to move their playing pieces throughout the board, entering rooms. By the way, these are rooms, these colored squares are rooms, and they'll enter the rooms. Rooms are of different colors because they're of different difficulties. So, like a yellow one is a level 1 monster. They'll fight this monster. If they win, they get a level 1 treasure, which is kind of small. So in this case, 750. On the other hand, they can move around the board to darker colors, which are usually more difficult. Like for example, they can go to level 4 and fight a more difficult monster, and their award will be higher. They might get up to 5,000 gold instead of just 750. So the game goes on in this manner. The kids walk around, enter rooms, kill monsters, get a treasure, and at the end of the game, whoever has the most treasure will win. Now, setting up this game, what you're going to need for this game is the word board over there. Put it near you, and then put the words on 1, 2, and 3 space. Everything you see here is inside the game box called Dungeon. You'll simply take out the game board, put it in front of the kids there. Then inside there will be playing pieces of different colors. The kid can choose any color, it doesn't matter. Once the kids have chosen their playing piece of their choice, green and red over here, they'll just put them inside the main room on the board, which is in the center, the Great Hall. There are 2 dices inside the box. You'll just put them somewhere within the kids' reach. And then this whole tray is inside the game box. Now this tray, you'll put it within your easy control and reach so that you can take out the monsters and the treasures for the kids. So you put them there. After you set this up, you're ready to begin. Now, playing the game. Playing this game is very simple. For most parts, on the kids' turn, what they'll be doing is walk 6 spaces, and if they end up inside the room, they fight the monster. And if they win, they get the treasure. If they lose some treasures. Now, let's do this as an example. So it's the red piece's turn. So the red goes, okay, see these are spaces, by the way. So the kid goes, okay, I'm gonna walk, and the big room is just 1 space. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Kids enter the room. So it's a yellow room. Just go ahead and reach out, pick out a yellow monster card. Now, this is the monster the kid needs to defeat. Now, you will see that there's many numbers on this card, but the only number that matters for this is blue. Ignore all other colors, no matter what the kid says. It's just blue, okay? So they need to get 4 or better on a 2 dice roll to win this combat. Now, of course, before they start the combat, the kids will have to choose to read 1, 2, or 3. If they read the number 1 word, they'll get +1 to the die roll. If they read number 2, they get +2 to the dice roll. And if they read number 3, they get +3 to the dice roll. So let's say the kid reads number 2, unclamp. Okay, good. You take this, and remember, take this, put it in front of them. This is the word they just read. That's 2, right? And then they roll 2 dice. 1 + 5, that's 6. And then another 2 bonus for reading number 2 word. 7, 8. 8 is more than 4, which is the rat's requirement. It's only 4. So then the rat is defeated. The kid gets whatever top treasure card is, just take 1 and give it to them. So in this case, hey, look, it's a sack of gold. It's a sack of gold, and it's worth 750 gold points. So they've just keyed that. That's just treasure. Now, since they've already defeated a monster in this room, you will put a tombstone token inside this room to indicate that it's already been cleared. So there's no more monsters and no more treasures in here. Then the next player will take his or her turn. Now, so they walk around, they beat the monster, they win, they get the treasure. Now let's talk about, just in case they lose. So let's make an example. So this green piece, right? Okay, walks 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, walks into the purple room. They're gonna have to fight a level 4 purple monster of corresponding color. And it's the green slime. What do you need to beat the green slime? You need 11 to beat the green slime. So the kid goes, you know what? let's do my best here. I'm gonna read number 3, appendix. Okay, so that's a level 3 word. And so the kid's inside this room, and the kid rolls. And the kid's rather unlucky and rolls a 7. 7 plus another 3 here, that makes 10. 10, nope, you need at least 11 to win. So the kid loses. Now, when you lose, the monster will push you out of the room and take your treasure. So, the first thing when they lose is to indicate that this green slime thing is still in this room, it's still alive. So you take this green slime, put it over here. See, this is for tracking. Like you don't need to put it on number 1. You can put it on any number. That's fine. So, but in this case, I put it on number 1. I take a little token on number 1 over here. Is this token? Hey, look, it's number 1. I put it on the room there to indicate that number 1 monster is residing in this room. Then the kid will lose some treasures. Now, one thing to note is a level 1, level 2, or level 3 monster takes 1 treasure from the kid. A level 4 and level 5 monster takes 2 treasures from the kid. A level 6 monster will take 3 treasures from the kid. So that means, in the event the kid has enough treasure, simply after they lose, simply get pushed out of the room. They can choose whatever treasure they want to give up. So they'll give up the smallest one, and they'll put it with the monster. So now that monster has those 2 treasures. That means anyone who later, when on anyone's turn, they can move in there, beat the monster, take those 2 treasures, and also get a nice brand new level 4 treasure for beating the monster as well. Okay, so anyways, this is in the event that the kid had enough treasure to give up. In the event that the kid didn't have enough treasure to give up, or had none at all. So if they had none at all, well, that's obvious. If they had 1, that's not enough, because it's a level 4. It requires 2 treasures. So then they'll just give up their 1 treasure. No choice there. They get pushed out of the room, and then they faint. So it's almost like the monster goes like, you don't have enough treasure to give me, I'm going to punch you. And then you pass out. Now, so after this, their turn's over. So other players play, and then coming back to their turn. When you pass out, there's only one thing you can do, and that's to wake up. To wake up, read the number 1 word. So you read the number 1 word to wake up, and every time the kid reads a word, put it on top of their stack, like this. Okay? So the kid wakes up. Boom. And then next turn, and then that's it. That's it for the turn. They only get to wake up. Next turn, they can start moving into the room to fight again and whatnot. So that's really kind of like a penalty for losing the combat and not having enough treasures. Now, there's a reason why these words are stacked up in front of the players. And that's because whatever last number you see on top is the number they cannot choose for the battle they're in. So for this guy, he's over there, right? Let's say he moves across the hall into this. Okay, let's say he moves down and enter that orange room over there, fights a new monster. Well, guess what? For this next coming up combat, he cannot choose to read number 2. He has to read number 1 or number 3, right? So let's say he reads number 3. That means the next fight for him, he cannot read the number 3. He'll have to choose number 2 or number 1. Okay, so that's the reason for the stack of words. Now, through the course of the game, there's one other thing the kids can do besides moving 6 spaces and fighting monsters, and that is at any time if they feel like they have to go back to the start of the game, they can just read a number 1 word. Like this guy's over here. He goes like, I want to go back. So for his turn, he doesn't do anything. He just reads sunsets. And then, whoop, back to the center. And that's it for their turn. So this is just in case they get stuck somewhere they don't want to be. Now, about the board. You can see that, so these are space. This is a big space, but still only 1 space. Now, normally rooms are connected to the corridors by these brown things, and that's actually a door. I'm sorry, it's a little bit blur here. Let's see if we can find another picture. See, doors, right? So those are normal doors. You can move through them normally. But if they're shiny like this, they're kind of floating and shiny like this, that means a player can only pass through if they have the secret door card. This is the secret door card, okay? Focus. Secret door card. Okay, good. So then with this card in their possession, they can move through any secret doors they like. As long as they still have the card, they can move through any secret doors. Just as they move through, make the kid read number one word, Kelvin, and put it on top of their stack, okay? So that's the little price they pay for using this card to move through secret doors. So that's about the board. And the one other last thing, most of the treasures in the game, like, you know, even if you fight a bigger one, let's say you fight a big one, ooh, look, 5,000, it's still just treasure. So this will be total of 5,750. But if you get the sword or the secret door card, that actually does something. The secret door card will allow you to go through secret doors. We already talked about that just now. The magic sword, on the other hand, whenever the kids fight, so they'll get, let's say this is their roll, there's 7, and then plus whatever word they just read. So if they read 1 just now, that'll be 8. And then you always plus 1 as long as you have the magic sword. So you're like wielding a sword. So that total will be 9 for this case. So it's a plus 1 basically until they lose it somehow. All right. So the game continues in this manner quite quickly. Like, you know, kids just moving, fighting, move, read, and then roll to fight. Move, read, roll to fight. Lose, get up, and then fight again. This goes on until, well, you can decide on an arbitrary ending point. So that means like the game can just end at any time. So so that's up to the teacher's discretion. Okay, and that's for the game of Dungeon. Thank you.